Luckily, the mood of the members is a lot better today than it was 2 years ago. You know, the membership of ULI, which is all over the world, obviously mostly in the United States, but all over the world, has endured one of the worst setbacks in markets that you know, people can remember, even those who've been working 40 years or so. In Phoenix, the mood is distinctly better. And it's not that people are euphoric at all, it's just that this feeling of confidence or self-confidence has come back. Well, one of the things that I've been most pleasantly surprised by, I think, is the activity of ULI locally. That it's only what you do on the ground in the cities, you know, actually making a difference physically, that it really counts. It doesn't matter how much we talk. If it's not happening locally, then it makes no difference. So in visiting many parts of the United States and the district councils, you know, I've been incredibly impressed by the amount of people that are just dedicated to their own places. But then ULI's strength is being able to take the knowledge that's gained locally by all these people and see how it translates, you know, either into a region in the United States or then internationally. So this is again one of the constant challenges for ULI, is there are so many issues associated with cities, and no one organisation can possibly cover all the ground all the time. And one of the sort of falsehoods arising out of the boom times was that there was money for almost anything. So anyone had any idea, it was financeable. And so ULI's programs grew and grew and grew to the point that they were completely unsustainable, really, when tougher times arose. So what should become the priorities for ULI, you know, as it thinks forward? I'm not so interested really in the next year. We pretty much know what the programs are for a year or two ahead, but what we should be majoring on as we think 5 or 10 years ahead. Well, definitely the most fun I've had, I think, as chairman hasn't been in board meetings, but it's been, you know, with young leader groups all over the world. And there you just get a completely different energy level and attitude towards the future, which does contrast, I'm bound to say, you know, quite significantly with sitting in meetings with people of my sort of age or even older. And you're absolutely right that we have to find ways to engage people, you know, at a young age, but listen to them. You know, the frustration, I can remember the frustration I felt as a 25-year-old. You know, I thought I had some ideas, but no one listened. And now I have pretty bad ideas and people listen. So, you know, we needed to be able to turn that on its head. Those that, you know, wanted to be in ULI for the deal making, which does go on, obviously, I'm glad to say, at our meetings. Some of them would have found it less productive to be here, and I think we lost some. The recessions and poor markets, I mean, allow time for reflection. I think that's been a positive part of the last couple of years amongst the membership and the meetings that we've held, that we can think back about, you know, what's been good or bad about the way cities have developed, development activities taken place, the way investors have behaved, and indeed the financing. Peter Rummel must do his own thing, but, you know, look at the way in which the ideas of the last, you know, let's go back 10 chairmen of ULI have coalesced and find the thread that's the continuous one, and use that as the sort of permanent thread. I'm really looking forward to Peter's chairmanship. He brings, you know, huge wisdom and experience of markets all over the world. And he knows about entertaining people, and at the end of the day, you know, we have to interest people, so not just ULI members, but people outside as well. So I think he'll be exceptionally good. The people I've met in ULI have been universally welcoming, and I've made a huge number of additional friends, so this is a part of my life I will remember, and I'd like to thank all the members, you know, very much for welcoming me as their chairman.